I'm Taya Williams. Thank you for joining me here on Taya's Sweet Aroma. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the recipe for my homemade pizza sauce. This is one of those really easy sauce recipes to put together. It only requires just a few ingredients. I think it's great for days like this when it's cold and snowy outside and you want to make the house feel a little bit more cozy. I'm actually going to get to benefit from this sauce in more than one way today because not only, well, first everything goes on a sheet pan and into the oven. And not only is that going to make the house smell amazing, it's also going to warm the house a bit. But before I get started making the sauce, I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer so we can go over the ingredients. The ingredients you're going to need for this recipe is some salt, granulated sugar, dried oregano, freshly ground black pepper, extra virgin olive oil, garlic, as well as some San Marzano tomatoes. Now, if you can't find any of these tomatoes, just go ahead and use whatever whole peeled tomatoes you have on hand. Before you get started, you want to line your sheet pan with some parchment paper. If you don't have any parchment paper, you can go ahead and use foil. I'm going to set it aside. Next, you want to grab 2 bowls. With this first one, place a strainer over it. Pour in one of the can of tomatoes. You want to get all the juice off the tomato. When you get all the juice off the tomatoes, just take the tomatoes and add them to the larger bowl. Go ahead and do the same thing with the second can. Once you're done straining the tomatoes, just go ahead and set the juice aside. To this bowl of tomatoes, you want to add in the seasonings, as well as the olive oil. Give everything a stir. Then you can take your sheet pan, sprinkle the garlic over the sheet pan, try to keep it a little more in the center because you're going to want to cover it with the tomato mixture as much as possible to keep the garlic from burning while it's in the oven. Place the tomatoes over the garlic. Take that extra juice and just drizzle it over the top. Now I'm going to put this into my preheated oven and allow it to bake, and I will show you the next step once it's done. My tomatoes have now come out of the oven. You can see that they've gotten nice and roasted and sort of caramelized on the sheet pan. What I'm going to do now is add them directly into the blender. Make sure you scrape in all that extra juice and garlic. I'm also going to add in that reserved juice from earlier. Now you just want to blend this until it's nice and smooth. I'm going to add the sauce directly back into this bowl. Now, as you just saw, this pizza sauce was very easy to put together. It smells amazing. The texture is really smooth, and what I like about this sauce is that it goes well with pretty much any kind of pizza topping. You can even serve it as a dipping sauce alongside your pizza, or as a dipping sauce with mozzarella sticks, even calamari. I mean, there's so many different things you can use this sauce for. I'm going to be using this sauce in my next recipe, so be sure to check out the recipe for my Detroit style pizza, and you'll get to see me put this sauce to use. You can find this written recipe over on my blog at myinspiredaccounts.com. I'll be sure to include a link to my blog down below in the description box. And as always, I thank you for spending time with me here today, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.